Oh, nice.
It's a nice middle ground between Cascade.
That's where Jack. And you were from where? They, I mean, there's, they didn't have people that still like,
It was super great. We have like, we really. Yeah, I haven't. I had most of it done like in August before school started because I was like, I can't. Hybrid, like I'm teaching hybrid and getting my master's. Like I can't do anything. As soon as that system where
excited
all day long.
I've been telling him
Because I know like Sunday,
you need to figure that out.
you know, Sundays once in a while, Lisa's family would go down and, you know, we'd get there usually right when
And Claire got her dress at Zendu's too. Right? That's
put
where
people in there already.
we're awesome.
But, oh, so you grew up in that big
Diane
town.
is she's out of my mom
And you grew up in that
she
big
has to get
town.
lots of things so she goes there quite frequently. I just had my first fitting with her, but I bought
Sullivan,
mine.
what? Oh, Sullivan, that's right. Annie did tell me that your family owned a grocery store.
I don't need much.
Yeah.
Just need a
You still doing okay in the grocery business? You know what?
yeah, because she had something like custom, didn't she?
Because, you know,
Yeah, I just had to have like mine was like see-through on the top.
20.
Like it's
You know,
yeah.
just, you know, we gotta go to school.
I'm not allowed to have a picture on my phone because I'd show her. She said. But I just have to get a piece made to like put it in and then also add it and that's it.
You didn't I mean, you didn't say anything. This is like, just go get it. Be done with it. In the Cascade, they do. See, we live halfway in between Cascade. And, but yeah, there's very nice, Brothers Market.
Yeah,
Jared
we just,
Reed's, he's a football player.
there wasn't a ton I had to, I'm not super like,
And they own, they have like 3 or 4.
we're renting an ice cream, soft serve ice cream machine, that's our dessert table. Yeah, one of my students made a whole list of toppings. And then she said, can I come to the wedding? And I said, absolutely not.
So this is in your family, 3 generations?
No, my caterer is going to do it.
Oh, third would
That'll
be.
be nice. Yeah, no kids are not, we're not having any.
well, family kids.
Like, only his nieces and nephews that are
Yes, we got a boy coming. There's 3 other 6 siblings are pregnant.
Not a lot that are really
That was fun finding bridesmaid dresses.
just working that well, but, you know,
Two of the siblings are
I mean, I work for a food company. Out of all the kids, all there's 4 kids that run the business now.
Oh, interesting.
And all the kids, there's only 1 that's really interesting. And, you know,
That way you can just take care of it.
And then they can do it 2 weeks early.
we've been through it. We've been through it. We've been Amber and Nate.
That's why they need a C-section. Got it.
get out of the way. The boys. We'll see.
Yeah, but I'd like this much over. Come on. I know what it feels like. Really? God. You gotta go. Really?
Thank you for your cooperation. For me and my guests, you need
It's 11 o'clock, so I guess we can get started. Good morning, I'm Peg Kerr. I'm the Department Head of Nursing here at the University of Dubuque. And on behalf of the university, the nursing faculty, and myself, I'm delighted to welcome you to the pinning ceremony for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing class of 2021. The nursing pinning ceremony is the absolute highlight of the year for us. To the families and friends of our grads, we want you to know that we have come to know your loved one pretty well over the past several years, and this has been our privilege. And we rejoice with them on this wonderful day when all their years of reading textbooks, looking up drugs, writing care plans and papers, prepping for clinicals, studying for ATIs, I could go on, and all the rest of their hard work narrows down to this day of celebration of their amazing accomplishment. The pinning ceremony is an important event because it represents the conclusion of years of intense study and commitment. From the moment a student steps onto this campus and declares the nursing major, they are recognized as different. And by different, I mean they are held in special regard because other students across campus see the demands placed on them in the BSN curriculum, and they see that their nursing student friends are held to very high expectations. The nursing students on this campus enjoy a lot of respect. And somehow our students seem to know they are called to this. It's not as simple as just picking a career or a job. It's way more than that, and they live up to the high standard, and we are very proud of them. The tradition of the pinning ceremony has been around for many years, and today we'll take part in an ancient ritual with a rich history that I'd like to put into context for you. The nursing pin is a 1,000-year-old symbol of service to others. The earliest ancestor of the pin dates back to the Maltese cross, adopted by crusaders and worn on their religious habits as a symbol of service to Christianity. Today, modern programs of nursing education still bestow a pin upon their graduates as a symbol which represents their school and identifies them as a graduate of a particular program. They're all different. When you receive your pins today, you'll notice that yours has a Maltese cross, just like those of the Crusaders centuries ago. Also, the center of your pin is a replica of the University of Dubuque official seal with the light of knowledge in the center. The seal is printed at the top of your programs. And so we carry on this old tradition here on this beautiful auditorium today, a rite of passage which binds us to generation upon generation of nurses who came before us. I hope you'll remember the pride and excitement you feel today each and every time you look at your pin. Above all, may you always remember this day as we remember our own pinning. Many of the faculty are wearing theirs today too. May it forever remind you of those nurses and colleagues who nourished your learning, challenged your understandings, and illuminated your way. The faculty and I would like to be the first to offer our congratulations to the class of 2021. Also, we want to thank your family and friends celebrating with you today for the support they've provided to you throughout your education. Now I'd like to introduce a couple of our distinguished guests. Dr. Mark Ward, Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of the Faculty. He's down at the end there. And Dr. Joe Green, Dean for Undergraduate Studies. These two people are integral to the successes we enjoy in our nursing department. We are very grateful. Thank you for being with us today to help us celebrate. We have another very distinguished guest present today. Every year, Reverend Dr. Jeffrey Bullock, the president of the university, honors us by giving the official welcome to our graduates and their guests. Dr. Bullock.
Thank you. Well, how good it is to see other humans in this room. Well, I see half of you, so hopefully by next year I'll see all of you. But what a privilege it is to be able to welcome all of you and to be able to share this experience with our students and with all of you. You know, it is no secret. If you ever wanted to know, and Peg referenced this, alluded to this, kind of a sense of call, a sense of vocation is the language we would use here on campus, of a calling to be a nurse. This is the year. This is the year where it came into full focus. Any of you who've cared for a loved one over the course of this year or have been given care over the course of this year, whether in a nursing home, a hospital, a medical facility, know what an extreme commitment, what an amazingly focused commitment that our healthcare providers have given to all of us. So this service is poignant every year. It's especially poignant, I believe, for all of us this year. And I want to thank those of you who are in that service now. I want to thank Patrice, who will be speaking in a bit, who has been part of our team along with Peg, and I don't know, there are at least 2,000 people on our planning team that have worked on this year, at least it seems like it in our meetings. And they have worked to help keep this campus safe. We determined early on that our students needed to be together in person. This time last year, that was a controversial decision. There were very few institutions who were doing that, but we believed we had a team in place that could help provide a safe way for students to be together, to learn in community together, but safely. And we were able to do that, and we were able to do that because of the amazing team we have here and because of the amazing partnerships with which we've been blessed throughout our community. So I want to welcome you, but I also want to invite you to join me in sharing our appreciation for all of our healthcare providers and future, well, you're already doing it, so our newest healthcare providers, as they embark upon this amazing vocation. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Dr. Bullock. I can't proceed without, I can't let my mask hang on my ear. I cannot proceed without talking about the fact that, like Dr. Bullock did, that this cohort of students, as well as their predecessors, the class of 2020, are unique in that they completed nursing school facing the unexpected challenge of the COVID-19 pandemic. Not only were they thrust into daily uncertainty, we didn't know from one day to the next what was going to come, but they were thrust into a remote learning environment they never signed up for, and for many, some of them experienced loss within their own family, homes, and hometown. The main thing I want to say on behalf of myself and the rest of the nursing faculty is how well this group of people handled the situation in themselves. They remained professional, gracious, and understanding throughout. Many provided tech support to us faculty as we went into technology that was new to most of us. Probably all of you at some time or another was helping us with that. We see you. We want to recognize and express our appreciation to all of you. And with that, I'll segue into introducing the invited speaker for the BSN class of 2021. It's an honor to introduce Ms. Patrice Lambert. She's the Executive Director of the Dubuque County Health Department. In addition to her current position, she has a long history of community health experience, including public health nursing in Lynn County and 25 years with the Dubuque Community School District as a school nurse and health supervisor. Patrice earned her BSN in nursing from Iowa Wesleyan College, and this was a happy surprise when I looked at her bio. She earned her Master of Science in Nursing from the University of Dubuque. That master's program no longer exists here at UD, but we were thrilled to learn she's an UD alumna. She's one of us. She also is very active statewide on task force work and policy development in the area of school nursing, and has served as an advocate for health services for children and adults on many different initiatives over the years. She's also served our program for many years as a member of the Nursing Advisory Committee. Our selection of a pinning speaker this year was very special because in addition to honoring Patrice for her service to the profession and to UD Nursing, we too want to take this opportunity to also personally thank her for her dedication of time and energy to combat the COVID-19 public health crisis. This could not have been an easy year for her and her public health colleagues, and we want to express our gratitude for her efforts to enhance our safety and well-being. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Lambert to the podium.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is so exciting to be here. I'm actually kind of jealous of all of you because you're just starting out in your nursing career. You're at the beginning of the spectrum, and I'm kind of at the other end of the spectrum. So I remember my day exactly of the day that I got pinned. And I'm just so excited for you, and I'm just so thrilled that I hope I never need a healthcare worker in my future, but I'm just so glad that one of you may be my healthcare worker. So I'm just excited, and please just enjoy every step along your nursing career because it'll be a joy all along. But when Dr. Kerr did contact me about speaking today, she had asked if I could speak a little bit on the pandemic. And I thought, well, that'll be a breeze. This has been my life, my complete life for about 1.5 years now. Even today, it was just quite interesting starting the day, but it's an honor to be here. So thank you for asking me. When I had thought about what could I do to make talking about a pandemic and a nursing career somewhat interesting, I thought, well, how about if I talk on an analogy with the Wizard of Oz? Hopefully everyone has seen The Wizard of Oz. If you're my age, you would have seen it probably 50 times or more. But I just thought it's just a perfect relationship to talk about your nursing career and the pandemic. So if you wouldn't mind, I would just like to address a little bit about the pandemic, your nursing career, and The Wizard of Oz. I remember so clearly, it was February 6th, that was a Thursday in 2020. And it was just a typical day, just like Dorothy. I got up, I tended to everything that had to be done, went to work, I had a few meetings, some phone conferences, nothing, out of the ordinary until 3:15. And my phone rang, and it was the Iowa Department of Public Health. And they had said, Patrice, we need your help. We need you to help us with a family that was on vacation outside of the country, but now we have to isolate and quarantine them because of something called COVID-19. So it was at that moment I thought I was Dorothy. It was like a huge tornado, whirlwind came and put me in this land that I had never been in. Just like Dorothy, my family and my friends were all left behind, but I landed in brand new territory that I thought, how am I ever going to make it home from here? But what I did was I pulled together my coworkers that we now refer to each other as our incident command team or our incident management team. We came together and we did a lot of problem solving that evening. But before we went home that evening, we actually did look down to the ground to think, how are we going to get home? And then, just like that, what happened to Dorothy? We saw this yellow brick road. We knew that we had to continue onto this yellow brick road to get to our Oz so that we could return home. So just as you starting your nursing career, all of you are going to have different yellow brick roads. Some of you may go into hospitals, some may work in public health, some may work in schools, or even maybe possibly teach in higher ed. All of your yellow brick roads will be down in front of you. You just have to remember you have to move forward. You can never go back if you want to reach your Oz. Just as Dorothy did, and with our pandemic team, on our yellow brick road forward, we came upon wicked witches and we came upon good witches. With the wicked witch seemed to inject all of these situations when we thought our plate was completely full. All of a sudden it was, oh my gosh, we've got how many COVID positive cases now? Look at this, our hospitals are surging. What are we going to do? Our trend line is elevating, it's not coming down. So it was like the wicked witch just every day wanted to take something and just inject it right in front of our feet on that yellow brick road. But thankfully, as you will see, you will encounter many wicked witches along your nursing career. You will also have good witches, such as Glenda, that will then appear and say, I can help you. And what did Glenda the Good Witch do for us? She brought us 2 test Iowa sites into Dubuque County so that if any individual was having any sign or symptom with the COVID-related illness, we could then have that person go and be tested. Look at the hospitals with our hospital surges. The good witch, Glenda, came and said, how about if we pull nursing students into the hospital to help us? We need to have additional staff to be able to take care of those that are ill. So please know along your yellow brick road, you too will have those wicked witches, but you will also have the good witches that will help you be able to continue forward on your yellow brick road. But just like Dorothy, as Dorothy proceeded down the yellow brick road, she came upon the scarecrow. And here, what was the scarecrow looking for? The scarecrow wanted a brain. But you are so fortunate because your base of knowledge, it's already instilled in you. So you aren't quite like the scarecrow, because the scarecrow did want to have a brain because you have that knowledge base. So I can only encourage you, as what we did when we were introduced with a pandemic, we read every source, so that every credible source, so that we could learn about the COVID-19, we could learn about all of the social mitigation strategies that had to be in place. We had to learn about Pfizer, Moderna, J&J. What were the side effects? What did we have to dilute those vaccines with? It was just this rush of new knowledge that we had to learn so that we could continue down our yellow brick road. So I ask you, on your journey, take every CEU course that you can take. Even if you do have the time, go back to college. Expand your educational base on a college level. I know it sounds strange, but there's so many avenues that you can go back and further your education in that complements with your nursing career. Social working, education, the world is open for you to learn. I know it's kind of strange that some of you may have already known this if I taught or if I was a speaker in your class, but with my Master's of Science in Nursing, because I was in that educational component, I still have a current principalship, pre-K through 12. You know, because someday maybe I do want to be a principal. No, I don't, but just in case. But I truly believed that the education was so important with the nursing career. So I did go back, and I only ask that you do the same. And if you do ever have a Saturday night free that you're at home, I would also encourage you to start looking at some FEMA courses. You know, hopefully this is the only pandemic that we are going to experience in our lifetime, but in all honesty, I thought I probably would not have to experience a pandemic. But again, if you start taking some FEMA courses now, learn about the Incident Command Team, learn about the Public Information Officer, learn about the logistics in case you do have to deal with a disaster, even if it's in a drill. But a live disaster, or let's hope not, but another pandemic, you will have built your knowledge base just as that scarecrow did, that you can continue forward on your yellow brick road. And then, just as Dorothy did, she kept continuing forward, and then she came upon the Tin Man. And what was the Tin Man looking for? But a heart. Now, with you all sitting here, you already have the compassion that it takes to be a nurse. As President Bullock already said, you were those individuals in those long-term care settings, in those hospital settings, holding on to loved ones' hands that were diagnosed with COVID. As you know, the hospitals had restrictions of visitors and families coming in, as did the hospitals. So it's the healthcare workers that were the liaison between the patient that was positive with COVID and their loved ones, trying to look into a window or send a message to their loved one. And unfortunately, it was also the healthcare providers that had to meet with the family members and tell them that their family member did not make it. So you already have compassion. You just have to remember to carry that compassion once we get through this pandemic into any area that you do become involved in. But again, you all have it. Just being here today, you have displayed that compassion for that nursing profession. And then also, as in the pandemic, what we have really found on our end with a compassion is that with our knowledge base, we always look at the scientific-based evidence materials. So that's what we try and educate individuals on. Now, we do know that there are some people that look at social media and they just think that that's the right, correct information. So when you're looking and trying to educate people on the credible sources of information on this pandemic, you also have to have that compassion, because what you know is right and your desire to move forward in this pandemic, Those individuals that have picked up their information from the social media truly believe that they're right. So you do conversing and educating individuals. You have to carry that compassion into your conversation with the pandemic and with your future nursing career as well. And then, as Dorothy continued down the road, I'm almost to Oz, not there yet, but she then did come upon the last character that had a trait, and that was the lion. And the trait was the courage. You, as a nurse, have to have the courage to be able to do what is right for the health and the safety of all of the individuals that are in your care. For the pandemic, the incident management team has to look at the courage to tell the county residents what we need to do to be able to make it through this pandemic. You have to be policy makers. You have to change policies, possibly in the future as well, such as with the CDC telling us that it's those social mitigations that we need to be educating and implementing for basically throughout the whole entire U.S., but we're only dealing with Dubuque County, thank goodness. But again, we have to have that courage to tell people that masks work. 6 feet distancing works. If you're ill, stay at home. Don't go to work. Wash your hands frequently. But you have to have that courage to be able to take that credible information and inform the public of what needs to be done. And again, you're going to be placed in all kinds of awkward situations. If you see in any setting, such as a hospital, a long-term care, public health, that something needs to be changed, you need to have that courage, that knowledge base, and you, again, still have to have that compassion to do all of your research, go to the appropriate people, and make a policy change based on what you have. And again, if you do that, you'll continue on your yellow brick road, and you will reach the Oz someday. And when you do finally, well, hopefully maybe not at my age, but when you do see that Oz, you need to remember whether when you do see that Oz, if it's at an end of a shift. Let's say you just finished an 8-hour, 12-hour, 16-hour shift, and you are completely drained. But you think, I can't go home now. I have got to stay here and help. Because if I don't, then I'm putting more burden on my coworkers. Well, you have to remember that you have to take care of yourself before you can get up the next day, go back to work to care for someone else. So I just encourage you at the end of your long, long day, whether it be 7 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock at night, please do look down at your yellow brick road, click your heels, and tell yourself there is no place like home, because you need to go to your support staff at home, whether it be a spouse, a child, a family, a furry friend. But again, you need to go home to be able to regenerate yourself so that you can get up the next day and help the people that you are meant to help. So as you do venture out on your yellow brick roads, and some of you may have 10 yellow brick roads in your lifetime, why not? Try them all. It's fun. But you will find your passion. But again, look at your pin. And when you do look at your pin, be thankful for the University of Dubuque. Be thankful for your faculty and your staff, because it's your faculty, your staff, and the University of Dubuque that have given you the traits that you need. They have given you the knowledge base, they have given you the courage, they have given you the heart, the compassion, so that you can venture out with the University of Dubuque on your yellow brick road to help individuals. And please know that if I'm one of those individuals, I will be thrilled that you'll be taking care of me. So someday you will get back to home, just like what Dorothy did. Someday this pandemic will end, but do you know what? The day that the pandemic ends, when we get up for our normal day the next day, we're going to have another whirlwind. And I was telling Dr. Kerr this morning that I had actually put out my mother was a nurse as well, her pin and my pin. And you know what? I had a whirlwind before I walked out of the house this morning, so both pins are on my dresser in my bedroom. But do wear your pin proudly because you've earned it, but also be thankful for the University of Dubuque, the faculty, and the staff because they have helped you get here. But good luck, and again, I'm so excited for you. Have fun, enjoy every step on your yellow brick road. Thank you.
And see, you thought you weren't going to need that research, right? And here she mentioned it right away for you. So think about it. You will need it on your yellow brick road. I'm Neil McNaughton. I'm one of the professors in the Department of Nursing, and I'm just going to take a moment and talk about the last semester that these students were involved in. And the biggest thing that they were involved in was their preceptorships. We acknowledge as a nursing faculty that we can't prepare these nursing students to become nurses of excellence without help. And that preparation of excellent nurses requires a team effort. This team includes the university faculty who teach their prerequisite courses, their general education courses, and their science courses, along with the rest of the nursing faculty. This team also includes our clinical partners, the healthcare organizations which allow our students to practice their knowledge and skills with the guidance of faculty, along with experienced nurses who are committed to mentoring and nurturing students and new nurses. Preceptors, who are experienced staff nurses, patiently take their time to share their knowledge, wisdom, and experience with our students, despite the fact that it would be easier and faster to do the work themselves. Preceptors take a student nurse under their wing, provide opportunities, and sometimes push the students a little to move the student from the student role to begin embracing the beginning professional nursing role. This does involve significant time and energy. The main preceptorship that the students participate in requires 144 hours of student preceptor time. This means that the students worked the preceptors' shifts, their hours. If they worked nights, the students worked the night shift. If they worked the weekend, the student worked the weekend. They do this while learning to provide care for multiple patients. They also have a rural internship of 36 hours of student time and preceptor time in a small rural hospital. We use either Guttenberg, Maquoketa, or Dyersville. There, they experience the importance of being a generalist, providing care for medical surgical patients while working and coordinating things that may be happening in the operating room, the delivery room, or the emergency room. This preceptorship is an important transition for our students, the beginning of movement from that student position to the beginning of their professional practice, gaining independence, increasing their critical thinking, along with progressively increasing their knowledge and responsibility. Our preceptors will receive from us a preceptor appreciation certification and a small token of our appreciation. Normally, we would invite these preceptors to join us today. However, under COVID restrictions, we have elected not to do that. But they will be receiving these in the mail, these gifts in the mail. So I would just like to say to all of the preceptors that we've had, thank you, because we could not have done this without them. At this time, I would like to take a moment and kind of go off script. We have a faculty member who is going to retire, and this faculty member is Dr. Peg Kerr. Dr. Kerr is going to be retiring at the end of summer. Now, she has done a lot for our program. You've been with us since 2009, is that right? Since 2009 as the department chair. And as a little token of our appreciation, we have first a token of appreciation. We're presenting her a certificate of appreciation for her recognition and dedication to the Department of Nursing. Come on up here, Peg. Didn't know I was going to do this, did you? In addition, one of our faculty members is very talented when it comes to photography and taking photos for us and then combining them in a small book. At this time, I'd like to give that to you, and thanks to Beth Nyan for her hard work on this. You're welcome. Don't worry, that's the next thing on the list. And last but not least, it is my honor to go ahead and introduce Miss Hannah Sawyer, who's going to be speaking about looking back at all that they have accomplished. So Hannah, come on up here. Where are you at? There you are.
Hello. I want to start off by thanking everyone to be here for celebrating this special occasion. We are very fortunate to be here in person and together. I don't know if everyone's heard about this pandemic that's been going on, but we have been experiencing a lot of changes from our first year in the program to our last. First of all, we started off our first year in the program all cramming us into one classroom, sitting right next to each other, enjoying our company. This year, at the beginning of the year, we got split into 2 groups, and we would attend class every other week and 1 week be online. And I think there are some of us that still don't know what group we're in and have to be asked every day when we're supposed to be in class. Another change that we endured was the events that we attended. There's this thing called UDSNA that we all are a part of, and I think we were all a little sad to attend those meetings online this year. There's one event that we are not sad about missing, and that was IONS. This is the convention. In our junior year, we all got up at 4 in the morning, and we got on a charter bus, and we went to Des Moines for this convention. This year, I was able to watch this convention from the comfort of Izzy Robinson's living room couch. Looking back on our college career, and specifically the last 2 years we spent together, I have been trying to rack my brain and remember all of the things we've been through. And I was trying to decide what to include in this speech. Do I include all of the hours studying for Professor Kragenbrink's exams just to find out that what we studied wasn't on the test? I think we were all extremely grateful to get through Patho Farm after even Sam Wu barely passed some of our tests. There was one thing I knew I had to mention, and that was when, all of a sudden, during a med-surg lecture, Professor Hansen started pelting tennis balls at Rachel Thorne, trying to put her into dysrhythmia. All of these memories, the good, the bad, and the ugly, they all brought us here. Some of us didn't know if we were ever going to make it, and some of us talked about quitting one too many times. But now that we're here, it doesn't seem real. All 28 of us have put so much time and effort into this program, and I just think it's tremendous. All 28 of us have had part-time or full-time jobs, whether that being a full-time dad, working on a farm, or helping out in the local nursing home. In addition, there are 12 of us that participated in athletics during our college career. One of us took athletics so seriously that she can't be here today because she is currently playing in a softball game. I hope Kylie wins her game today if she can't be here with us today. At the end of the day, all of us can look in the mirror and be tremendously proud of what we have accomplished. I speak for everyone when I say there's no group I would rather have gone through this program with, and it is the 27 of you that I will remember for the rest of my life. Thank you.
I thought I was going to just kind of slink out of here. And no, thank you. And thank you, Hannah. Well done. It has been a special class. The next speaker is Mr. N.U. Sam Wu. as we affectionately refer to him. He's a president of the University of Dubuque Student Nurse Association, and in that capacity, he'll be speaking today on the class of 2021's Vision for the Future. Sam?
Hello, family, friends, faculties, and of course, nursing students of this class of 2021. Let me start off by saying this, all right? Listen carefully. The words that are about to come out my mouth are like those emboli that causes a stroke. Why, you ask? Because they come from my heart. These are just the many jokes, thoughts, and quotes that ran through my mind during nursing school. And others in the classes actually came up with some really funny ones as well. In fact, all of my fellow friends here should got a packet called Quotes of My Nursing School Career that compiles all the quotes that came up during nursing school. You can ask them to share them with you when we're done here. So I'll be taking some of our silly quotes from nursing school and responding with some inspirational quotes to address what the future will look like for all of us and how we will embrace the challenges of nursing to be the best nurses that we could be. This first one came from Dr. McNaughton. During one lecture, he paused for a moment, looked at the screen into the virtual world where those are attending class online. And he said, "Annie, are you all right? You look like you're ready to collapse there." Nursing school was very exhausting, and let's be real, the nursing profession will likely still be exhausting. And like nursing school, one day we'll likely be asking ourselves the same questions. Why did I go to nursing school? Why did I do this to myself? Why did I choose nursing? Well, it truly takes a special person to be a nurse. Donna Cardiel, inspiration nurse, said this: "Nursing is not for everyone. It takes a very strong, intelligent, and compassionate person to take on the ills of the world with passion and purpose and work to maintain the health and well-being of the planet. No wonder we're exhausted at the end of the day." We will be tired as nurses, yet that's because of the important work we do for the world, and we have what it takes to be nurses. The second quote came from Kiana. This was a couple weeks into the fall senior semester. We were just talking about the workload of the semester, how heavy it is. And she said this: "Hey guys, I didn't cry as much this semester compared to last semester." Now hold on with that, because little did she know that the very next week was when we all feel like we're dying and drowning in assignments, papers, and exams. Nursing school was stressful, and sometimes we all just need a good cry. And I especially appreciated one time during class when we were asked to type in our favorite study advice. One anonymous brave soul in our class put down, "Set a timer and cry." And once again, this stress doesn't just stop at nursing school. Nursing is a demanding profession, yet it is precisely the importance of our work that makes it a demanding profession. Here's another anonymous quote that defines nursing. It says that nurses go above and beyond the call of duty, the first to work and the last to leave. The heart and soul of the caring, a unique soul who will pass through your life for maybe just 1 minute and impact it for eternity. An empowered individual whom you may meet for only a 12-hour period, but who will put you and yours above theirs. The stress of nursing school prepare us for the stress in the profession of nursing when you are working on a busy unit, having 2 IVs to hang, 2 other med passes, an upcoming admission, family member who's are calling from a phone, and patient who is in pain, among many, many, many other things on your to-do list. We are stressed because of the important work that we do. And sometimes this emotional pressure stems from the fact that we just don't and we can't know everything. And that goes to our final quote here. This came from our clinical group when we were in clinical and we were talking about our patient's condition, pathophysiology, how everything links together, and they're pretty hard stuff. And we were getting a little discouraged and frustrated by the large amount of information. So Professor Cranbrink told us, "Hey, this is just how we learn. This is just how we learn." Now, in response to this, Carly said, "I don't want to learn. I want to know." And I think not only Carly, but all of us wanted to just know. Don't you wish you could just read the chapters in the textbooks at once and get all the materials in your head right away? Oh, wait, guys, that's me. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No matter how smart you are, no matter how smart you think I am, I still need a lot of knowledge in nursing. And as future nurses, we will keep on learning through continuing education, whether that is attending workshops, seminars, reading journal articles, participating in committees, anything, all to expand our knowledge and apply them to deliver safe, effective, and holistic patient care no matter where we serve. Virginia Henderson, an influential nursing theorist, said this: "The nurse is temporarily the consciousness of the unconscious, the love of life for the suicidal, the leg of the amputee, the eyes of the newly blind, a means of locomotion of the infant, the knowledge and confidence of the young mother, and the voice for those too weak to speak." To serve the diverse population, we need to be educated and culturally competent, keeping current on the most up-to-date information. And that's why we, as nurses, will never stop learning. So in conclusion, remember, like nursing school, the profession of nursing is tough, yet we know that when we are tired, when we are stressed out, when we don't know everything, we still hold a very special profession, where in people's most vulnerable moments, we are providing our compassionate nursing care for them. Brittany Wilson, founder of the Nerdy Nurse, put it fantastically. Nursing is great for so many reasons, but there's one reason that means more than any poll results, amount of money, or job security, and that is nurses make a difference. So take pride and take ownership in that you, as future nurses, make a difference in people's lives, in the communities, and in the world. And friends, I'm not excited simply because I'm Samu and I'm always excited about anything, okay? I am excited, though, because it is truly exciting to make the commitment to care for those who need it. Dr. Julie Sikowski, an associate professor at the University of Pennsylvania School of Nursing, said, "For us to become nurses, we first need to recognize our practice as a sacred commitment to the public." And why is that? Because as nurses, you will be there when people are born, when people are sick, when people are hurt, and very possibly when people are in their last stages of their lives. These are very vulnerable moments in which not many people are invited, but you, as nurses, will be in those moments with them. And that's an incredible responsibility and honor. So, depart from this place with the thought that you are carrying something much more than a degree, something much more than a license, something much more than just a way to get through life. Because you'll be caring for the vulnerable, advocating for those who don't have a voice, educating those who don't understand, empowering those who feel powerless, breaking down barriers in places where no one else can. Because why, friends? You will be nurses. Thank you.
This place will never be the same when he graduates. Thank you, Sam. Well done. So now we'll do the actual pinning. Beth Nyan, nursing faculty member, and she's also our simulation and lab coordinator, will be introducing each of our brand new nurses along with the person he or she has chosen to pin them. Come on up, Beth. So the pinners will come up from that direction onto the stage. We'll be calling the students in alphabetical order. So all their names are on the back of the program, so you'll know kind of where you are in the process, and you can start coming toward the steps to get ready to come up. Okay.
Okay. So she gave a little bit of my instructions already. Just a FYI tip too for the pinners. The pin is actually pinned to a ribbon. Don't take the pin out of the ribbon, okay? Just pin the whole thing to your graduate. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the first graduate, which Hannah already told us she's playing softball today. Because of the beautiful weather, we don't get to have her with us, though we are thankful for the beautiful weather. Kylie Biederman is interested in labor and delivery, and she plans on moving to Utah after graduation. She would also like to thank her parents, Lexi Keenan, and her classmates, professors, and her coaches. So we're hoping that UD brings home the win today. Our next graduate is Madeline Blotz. Maddie is being pinned by her mother, Angie Malo. Maddie has a wide variety of interests and is excited to explore them in her future careers. Maddie has accepted a position on the Surgical Services Unit at Mercy One here in Dubuque, where she currently works. Maddie would like to, or after a few years of working, she plans to expand her career. Maddie would like to thank her family, friends, and professors who all took part in supporting her journey to becoming a nurse. Congratulations, Maddie. Next, we have Emily Dubuque. Did I say that right, Emily? Probably not. Okay, I apologize if I didn't. Emily is being pinned today by her parents, Joanna and Frank. Emily is interested in pediatrics and surgical services. Emily plans to develop her nursing skills on a med-surg unit in a hospital in the Chicago area before moving on to pursue a career in either pediatrics, or surgical services. Emily would like to thank her parents for their overwhelming love and support, her sisters Claudia and Agnes for encouraging and believing in her, and her fiance Sam for the unconditional support during her time at UD and the nursing program. Congratulations, Emily. Next, we have Natalie Donath. Natalie is being pinned today by her parents, Sarah and Troy. Natalie is interested in pediatrics and emergency medicine and would love to work in either one of those areas in the future. Natalie plans to work either at Mercy or Finley here in Dubuque. Natalie would like to thank her family for all the love and support, Kylie and Carly for always listening to her complain, and her friend Samantha for keeping life fun. She wouldn't be here without all of you guys. Congratulations. Next, we have Hope Alexandra Inc. Hope is being pinned today by her mother, Robin Reifsteck. I would like to say congratulations to Robin first. Robin is also on track to graduate from a nursing school later this month. Congratulations, Robin. Hope is interested in psychiatric and community nursing care, as well as nursing education and leadership. Hope has gained employment as a psychiatric nurse at Mercy One here in Dubuque upon completion of boards. She plans to eventually return to graduate school to study nursing education or leadership. Hope would like to thank her family, friends, fellow students, and the UD faculty for their unwavering support and encouragement. Congratulations, Hope. Next, we have Carly Franklin. Carly is being pinned by her father, Russ Franklin. Carly is interested in specializing as a labor and delivery nurse. Her future plan is to work as a nurse here in Dubuque. Carly would like to thank her family, her boyfriend, Austin, Kylie and Natalie for putting up with her and supporting her while she went through nursing school. Carly wouldn't be here today without you guys, and she loves you all more than you know. Congratulations, Carly. Next is Edgar Alejandro Gomez. Edgar is being pinned today by his mother, Barbara Ruchak. Edgar's interests are pediatric nursing because he wants to help as many kids as he can. Edgar plans to move back to the Chicagoland area and apply to a variety of pediatric residency programs at various institutions and eventually go back for his master's degree. Edgar would like to thank his family and friends for encouraging him to follow his dreams, especially his mom for being his biggest inspiration. Congratulations, Edgar. Next, we have Brooke Chastity Goodman. Brooke is being pinned today by her mother, Samantha. Brooke is currently interested in critical care nursing and cardiology, but would like to possibly expand into pediatrics at some point. Brooke is choosing between cardiology, neuro, or general medicine position at the University of Iowa and would like to transition into the ICU role with time. Brooke plans to apply to grad school in 1 to 2 years, begin a DNP program. Brooke would like to thank her mom and dad, Curtis and Samantha, her boyfriend Dylan, her UD softball family, and her family in Canada, who she wishes could be here today. Congratulations, Brooke. Next is Ireland Hill. Ireland is being pinned today by her parents, Dave and Annette Hill. Ireland is interested in psychiatrics and home health. Ireland's future plans include staying in the tri-state area and working in one of the local hospitals. Ireland would like to give a special thanks to her mom and dad for being her greatest supporters and for pushing her to be better and teaching her to never give up even when things get hard. Also for believing in her when she did not believe in herself. Congratulations, Ireland. Next, we have Emily Hirsch. Emily is being pinned today by her mother, Cindy Hirsch. Emily has yet to find an area she doesn't like in nursing and hopes to dive deeper into that as she enters the workforce. Emily plans to stay in Dubuque to be close to her family and friends and work at one of the hospitals in town. Emily would like to thank her mom and dad, siblings, grandparents, and Eric for always supporting her and her fellow nursing classmates for never making her feel alone. Congratulations, Emily. Next, we have Justin Hochberger. We weren't sure if Justin was going to be with us today because his wife is due to deliver any day now, so we're thankful they're both here. Justin is being pinned by his wife, Sarah. Justin is interested in med-surg and intensive care. He plans to work locally here in Dubuque and then pursue a graduate degree at the University of Iowa. Justin would like to thank his wife, Sarah, and daughter, Sophie, his parents, his little brother, Tyler, and all of his friends in the U.S. Coast Guard. Congratulations, Justin. Next, we have Kiana Jaramillo. Kiana is being pinned today by her father, Tony Jaramillo. Kiana's main interest is to get a job in the emergency room and hopefully become a flight nurse for the UW Health. Kiana has accepted a job at UW Health in Madison, Wisconsin through the nurse residency program on the transplant unit. Kiana would like to thank her family that has supported her and everyone who has helped her on this journey. Congratulations, Kiana. Next, we have Austin Jensen. Austin is being pinned today by his sister, Brianna. Austin is interested in pediatrics and plans to work in the Dubuque area. Austin would like to thank his parents and his family. Congratulations, Austin. All right, next we have Corey King. Corey is being pinned today by her parents, James and Wendy. Corey is interested in intensive and critical care, nursing specifically in pediatrics and neonates. In August, Corey will start at the University of Iowa Children's Hospital in the pediatric ICU. Corey hopes to work as a traveling nurse and to volunteer in medical mission trips. Later, she plans to continue her education and become a neonatal or pediatric nurse practitioner. Corey would like to thank her parents, siblings, and friends for their love and support, and her professors and classmates for their guidance and encouragement. Congratulations, Corey. Next, we have Bailey Klinger. Bailey is being pinned today by her older sister, Holly Klinger. Bailey enjoys med-surg nursing. She loves working with the adult population and hearing all of their life experiences. Bailey plans to work at St. Luke's Hospital on the neuro-oncology unit where she can challenge herself daily and acquire a strong knowledge base for her future nursing career. Bailey would like to thank her friends and family for always supporting her and encouraging her to make her dreams a reality. Congratulations, Bailey. Next, we have Michaela Landwehr. Michaela is being pinned today by her son, Granger, and Granger is being held by Michaela's sister, Erin Sote. Michaela is interested in emergency medicine with an emphasis in trauma nursing. Michaela plans on working in ER medicine while gaining her trauma and emergency nurse certifications and more. Michaela would like to thank her family for the endless support throughout this journey and in her future endeavors. Congratulations, Michaela. Next, we have Ellie Less. Ellie is being pinned by her parents, Nick and Diane. Ellie loves working with surgical patients. She loves the fact that every patient, their surgery and recovery are different. In addition, she loves the pace of the unit. Ellie plans are to continue working on the surgical floor at Mercy One Dubuque, where she has worked for the last 2.5 years. She would like to thank her amazing parents, her awesome sister, her supportive boyfriend, and her wonderful friends that she has met along the way. Congratulations, Ellie. Next is Shauna McAleer. Shauna is being pinned by her mother, Cindy McAleer. Shauna is interested in pediatric nursing. Shauna is planning on working at the University of Iowa's Pediatric Hospital on the hematology and oncology floor. Shauna would like to thank her family, especially her mom, her volleyball teammates and coaches, her professors, and of course, her classmates for being there every step of the way. Congratulations, Shauna. Next is Annie Meyer. Annie is being pinned by her parents, Lisa and Dale Meyer. Annie is interested in working in the emergency department. She gained the love for working with critical care patients during her preceptorship in the ER. Annie has accepted a position on the 5th floor medical surgical unit at Finley Hospital here in town. Annie would like to thank her parents and siblings for supporting her and always being there through this long journey. She would also like to thank her friends, peers, and teachers for constantly pushing her to be the best and encouraging her to achieve her goal of becoming a nurse. Congratulations, Annie. Next, we have Erica Miller. Erica is being pinned today by her mother, Helen. Erica is interested in cardiology, labor and delivery, and pediatrics. Erica will be moving back to Illinois to pursue a nursing position at a local hospital. Her dream would be to work at a children's hospital on the oncology unit. Erica would like to thank her family, who has provided her with the endless love and support, and her professors and classmates who always pushed her to succeed. Congratulations, Erica. Next, Olivia Petrillo. Olivia is being pinned today by her mother, Liz Brick. Olivia is most interested in pediatric nursing and hopes to someday work in a pediatric ICU or an oncology unit. After graduation, Olivia is moving to Madison and has accepted a position on a med-surg unit to gain experience before making time to work and see the world as a traveling nurse. Olivia would like to thank her family, friends, and fellow nursing students and professors for all the love and support on her journey through nursing school. Congratulations, Olivia. Next, Izzy Robinson. Izzy is being pinned by her mother, Christine Robinson. Izzy is interested in emergency trauma nursing. Izzy has accepted an RN position in the ER at Finley Hospital here in town. Izzy would like to thank her parents and all the people in her life who have supported her throughout nursing school. Congratulations, Izzy. Next is Hannah Sawyer. Hannah is being pinned today by her mother, Teresa. Hannah's interest is in cardiovascular nursing. Hannah plans on working on the surgical services unit at Mercy One here in Dubuque. Hannah would like to thank her parents and friends who have supported her in these past years. Without all of you, she doesn't know how she would have made it through nursing school. Congratulations, Hannah. Next is Jonathan Schreier. Jonathan is being pinned today by his wife, Dr. Jessica Schreier. Jonathan is currently interested in emergency care, although he appreciates the wide variety of specialties that the nursing profession offers. Jonathan plans to work as an RN to gain experience, after which he would like to earn a master's or a doctorate nursing degree and become an educator for future nursing students. Jonathan would like to dedicate this accomplishment in loving memory of his big brother, Chris Schreier. Congratulations, Jonathan. Next is Rachel Thorne. Rachel is being pinned by her mother, Jane Thorne. Rachel has always been interested in becoming an OR nurse to follow in her mother's footsteps. Rachel has recently accepted a job on the post-surgical unit at Finley here in Dubuque. Rachel would like to thank her parents, professors, preceptors, and her fiancé for always pushing her and never giving up on her. Congratulations, Rachel. Next is Lauren Lydia Tucker. Lauren is being pinned today by her parents, Barbara and Dean. Lauren is interested in gaining experience in a medical surgical nursing and then progress to emergency nursing. Lauren will be working on the surgical services floor at Mercy One here in Dubuque. Lauren would like to thank her parents for their unconditional love and support throughout her college career. Congratulations, Lauren. Next is Claire Willenbring. Claire is being pinned by her fiance, Spencer Cooper. Claire is interested in critical care nursing and anesthesia. Claire has accepted a job position on the cardiovascular unit at Mercy One here in Dubuque. She plans to go back to school for her CRNA, that's a nurse anesthetist, at some point. Claire would like to thank her mom and dad, John and Charlene Willenbring, her fiance, Spencer, and classmates and professors. Congratulations, Claire. And last but definitely not least, we have Enyo Sam Wu. Sam is being pinned by his father, Moses Wu. Sam is interested in public health, nursing to help serve the community, and also flight nursing in critical care. Sam will be working on the medical floor at Mercy One here in Dubuque, and in his free time, he will be getting his private pilot license, and ultimately, he plans to return to Taiwan and give back to his home. Sam would like to thank his family for allowing him to focus 100% on school, the nursing faculty for teaching and guiding him, and his nursing classmates for going through nursing school together. Congratulations, Sam.
Congratulations, everyone. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the nursing faculty, and I'd ask that you come forward and gather around me here, please, as we finish up. Please join me in thanking these people who, along with many other UD faculty, across other departments, countless other nurses out at our clinical sites, and many dedicated preceptors, were responsible for the nursing education of the class of 2021. We want to also extend a special thank you to Patrice Lambert for doing the honor of speaking to the class. Thank you so much, Patrice. It's an honor to have you here today. And last, certainly not least, we want to thank the UD staff who help us put this ceremony together, University Relations Department who does so much, works so hard for us to get this done, maintenance and housekeeping staff, and also, I can't see who's back there, probably Nathan, maybe Josh, Nikki, not sure, but this is being recorded and also live streamed on Facebook so that you can go back and rewatch it if you'd like. Or if you had family members who missed it, that's on the UD website. I want to also remind our graduates to make sure that you pick up the boxes that we have for you as you exit today. And the families, yes. And now I'd like to present Ms. Shauna McAleer, who was selected by her classmates to write and offer a prayer for the BSN class of 2021.
I ask that you all join me in prayer. Bow your heads, please. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this beautiful day and for this opportunity you have given us to come together in celebration of our 2021 nursing graduates. Thank you for all of the people who made this celebration possible. It's been a long journey, Lord, but today we rejoice. We rejoice because all of the hard work us students and professors have put in is finally paying off. We rejoice because there is a new wave of nurses entering the workforce who are ready to make a difference and change the world. And we rejoice because even through a pandemic, this moment right here was still possible. Lord, I pray that you remain present during this celebration, and I pray that you continue to guide this class of graduating nurses in the journeys we have to come. In your name we pray, amen.
Thank you, Shauna. That was lovely. The ritual is almost complete. I'd like to have all the new graduates please stand. On behalf of the University of Dubuque and the nursing faculty, it is with great pleasure and pride that we present to you the UD Bachelor of Science Nursing Class of 2021. Okay, you can sit down now. Dr. Bullock, would you please provide the blessing? Bless us.
Well, what a meaningful service this has been, and for all of us, and for all of you, I'm sure. Peg, thank you for 12 years. It only seemed like 25. And Peg really brought this program to where it is today. Her leadership and insight and commitment. It has been a journey of commitment and love, and we're grateful for you, and you are always welcome here. So you always have a home here. So let's show our appreciation again for Dr. Curry. New nurses, you have the privilege of welcoming new life. You have the privilege of caring for the sick. You have the privilege of being with those of us when we die. It's a calling. It's a privilege. It's clearly a lot of work, emotionally and physically, and we are all grateful for your commitment. So I invite each of you to stand for this benediction. With an attitude of service and compassion, may the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you and abide within you throughout your journey as nurses, now and forevermore. And all God's people said, Amen. Thank you.
So that concludes our ceremony. Thank you so much for attending. Congrats again.